What's going on, man? Haven't been back in a while to do one of these in a minute, man. Just the scenery. I know you see the scenery is pretty different, So just moved into a new house a little while ago. Didn't have all my stuff hooked up and all that, but we're just gonna get right into this one. It is we going to Mr. Nightmare's channel again for one of those creepy little scary stories, true scary stories. And this one we're going to be doing is 3 Disturbing True Snapchat Stories, Volume 2. I've already seen this once before. I did this off camera like a while back. So, like I said, I'm subscribed to his channel, and I'm gonna link his channel in the description down below. So after watching this video, go make sure y'all go and subscribe to Mr. Nightmare. Will be in the description box below. But anyway, we about to get right into this. But just a little backstory on it. I mean, I use Snapchat here and there, but I just don't see how do you really get a scary story or like anything scary happens with it if you know who you interacting with. So, this is all gonna be kind of a little bit surprise to me, just watching it just to see like exactly how can this be scary. But let's just hop right into it right. Matter of fact, how y'all doing today? Happy 4th of July to all y'all.
My little sister and I, along with a few of her friends, were going camping in a forest in Maine.
Drinking, eating, all that.
I couldn't tell you the name of it. She wanted me to go because I'm older and more experienced with camping. But was it weird camping with a bunch of 14-year-old girls? Yes. I won't share my sister's name, but her friends were Casey, Barbara, and Lexi. My sister insisted I slept in a separate tent than her and her friends, and I was okay with that. So we brought 2 tents. Along with that, I packed the usual camping supplies: food, water, tools, and in my case, a rifle. I always take a gun with me while camping, just because I'm a paranoid guy, and I always want to feel protected while in the middle of the woods at night. After a pretty long day, I helped a girl set up their tent, and then I worked on mine alone as they were all sitting in theirs, gossiping or talking about whatever 14-year-old girls talk about. When I finished, I put the fire out. Being the older brother, I of course felt responsible for my sister and her friends, so I moved the tent really close to theirs, turned on my reading light, and continued where I left off in the book I was reading. The chattering of the girls in the next tent over was a bit distracting. At one point I heard them talking about a certain boy, then the conversation switched to Snapchat. I heard Casey mention that she didn't have Lexi on Snapchat and asked for her username.
Okay.
I really didn't mean to eavesdrop, but they were speaking pretty loud. Lexi gave Casey her snap, and about 5 to 10 minutes later, Lexi mentioned in a confused voice that some random person added her on Snapchat. I raised my head from my book a bit as my interest in what was being said suddenly increased. The other girls told Lexi to add the person to see who it was. A few seconds later, they were going on about how the person's Snapchat score was so low, only like 7. I was really paying attention now. Apparently the person sent a message saying, "Hi, send me a pic." And then the 4 of them left. At this moment they were kind of whispering and giggling, so I couldn't really hear what was said. But after they all erupted in laughter, I could only guess they sent some kind of funny picture. After more silence, I got chills when I heard all of them scream.
I knew it. I don't know what
I grabbed my gun and ran outside to their tent. My sister screamed that there's someone outside of the tent.
See, that's exactly right there.
I shot the gun into the air 3 times as a warning, yelling into the woods at the same time. I then crawled into their tent where my sister hugged me. I of course asked what happened, pretending like I didn't already know half of it from listening to their conversation, and they explained everything. Lexi added the random person back, who then sent her the message mentioned earlier. As I suspected, she sent back an ugly group shot with her friends. The person then sent back a picture in response. It was a selfie picture of what they described as an old creepy dude, smiling at the camera, standing right in front of their tent.
See, man, nah.
It gave me chills right down to the bone listening to their story.
That pissed me off too. It's
I was
like, you're
freaked out
old
myself.
Man and this 14-year-old
they all
children,
wanted me to sleep in the tent with them that
stuff
night,
right there is
so
like
I
disgusting.
did.
There's no point in you
The
even
next
doing
morning,
it.
we cut the trip short and went straight for the car. What could have been a great weekend memory with my sister turned into the biggest nightmare of both of our lives.
Understandable. Like I said, I don't see that stuff right there is exactly why I will never like try to ever go camping at all. I can try to avoid it as much as I can.
I just recently got into the whole Snapchat thing. My friends urged me to get it since everyone else my age has one. I got into the groove of it pretty quickly, and within a week my score was already 1,000.
Dang, it's already 1,000.
One day while shopping, I took a picture of a pair of shoes that I knew one of my friends really liked and sent it to her on Snapchat. She opened it after a few minutes but didn't reply back. I sent her a chat asking, "What do you think?" She opened this one much quicker but didn't reply.
Red
I
flags.
put on a sad face and took a selfie, captioned the picture, "What's up? Why aren't you answering?" and sent it.
Yep.
She opened it immediately, this time replying in the chat, "Where are you?" I responded saying, "Home." Her Bitmoji was appearing in the chat, indicating she had the chat box opened. She replied saying, "Where is home?" I said, "What do you mean?"
What?
Then she said, "What is your address?"
No,
It
no,
was at
no,
that
see,
moment I knew
no,
something was up.
Yeah, yeah,
I closed the chat box and drove over to my friend's house. Apparently she had lost her phone the previous day. She explained everything to me. I left after talking for a few minutes to go home. I pulled up to my house, and becoming a bit paranoid now, just looked around to make sure I wasn't followed or anything. Both of my parents were out of town, and my brother was out of state, so I was home alone for the night. That night when I was laying in bed checking my Insta and Snap before going to sleep, I remembered I could just check where my friend's Bitmoji was on the map to track the thief. So I opened up the Snap map. Her Bitmoji was right on top of mine, on top of my house. I dove to turn off my lamp and shut the blind. The fear made me paranoid. I started to question whether I locked the front door or even the back door. But that didn't matter, because when I heard sounds coming from downstairs, below my room, I knew someone was in the house.
Oh,
I tiptoed to my bedroom door to lock it, then called the police.
Oh my goodness.
The operator asked me to stay on the line with them until the police arrived.
Oh man.
When they arrived, it turned out nobody was in the house.
Are you kidding
me? It was just my paranoia playing tricks on me. We found my friend's phone in the backyard, hidden under a bush, screen still on with the battery in the 60% range, meaning he couldn't have been gone for too long. The next day, I returned the phone to my friend, and my parents came home, so I didn't feel scared anymore. I will, however, keep my location private on Snapchat from now on, and I recommend you do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. After I get done recording this video, I'm gonna do that. That's good because I didn't know about that. My friend told me
This
about
happened a week ago.
that bitmap and all that.
Up until a few days ago, I
But
went to a
really
small
wasn't really
local
thinking
gym in
about
my
it.
now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness. One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy-looking kid, probably 18 years old.
Okay.
He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all.
Okay.
I had
Probably
headphones in
me
and I
either,
was
you
doing
know,
my set
me
when I
and
heard him
Shady as
saying
well.
something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets. I took my time
Seemed
finishing my
pretty
set, and
understandable,
then took
so
my headphones out to
it's
ask
weird
if he
why we-
needed something.
Huh?
Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me. I'll skip most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, "Buddy, I'm trying to work out," or "I don't have social media."
Right.
After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however,
flag.
I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
It's awkward.
That night I got a snap on my phone saying "from Sean." I immediately sighed and said, "Oh no," just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me. I opened the snap, and the kid was in a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his
What
face.
the hell?
The text over the picture was hey with 2 Y's.
Oh
I
no,
muttered the words,
what?
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck is going on?
For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
Yeah, it's 2 guys.
My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap. I'm sure not even a minute later, again, a message popped up on my phone saying Snapchat from Sean.
I thought he blocked
I
him.
waited a few minutes before opening it.
I'm confused. I thought he
This
blocked
one
him.
was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed, no smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?" Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore. And that was that. I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief.
I thought he did that the first time, though. I'm like confused. I could have sworn he just said he blocked him.
Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean. He actually made a new account.
Oh,
I opened
wow,
the snap
no.
and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me, bitch."
Nah, see?
The first thing I could think of was, how did he find my
Yeah,
address?
like how?
Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are.
Yeah.
Somehow
You know
I
what?
had the balls to open the window to see outside.
After this, I'm definitely
It was
putting my
clear
thing
out there.
on private because
I shut the window and the
that's pretty
blinds
scary.
and started considering calling 911. It was the sound of taps on the window. I took a deep breath, and with one swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck. I punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold. Now I called 911. By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well because I just moved a couple days ago out of state. Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
See now, stuff like this, you know, like, man, okay, it's over with. The video's over with. The thing to me, what, like, okay, these apps, you know, you put it's social media, so you just know it's socials in the title, right? So you're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to interact with people, you know, get their information, get their username, do this, that, you know, and talk with them and all that. But like the thing to me, what I don't understand, well, I can't understand now, but it's kind of like Snapchat didn't really think of that though. Like, just why would they embed that bit map? Like, you got the map of your Bitmojis and like see exactly like where your friends at nearby. So like just how in the last story the kid was talking about the kid named Sean, and so like he was at the gym working out, whatever. There was a skinny weird kid, didn't probably belong anywhere near gym. While he doing his sets, the dudes come by asking him, pestering him for the information. I mean, like you said, in his mind though, he didn't think of to say like, I don't have social media, just let me get back to my sets. But like, you know, like he just gave him his information, but then like it's just like a complete random stranger, and then like now it's just like that same night he's getting, you know, multiple snaps from the guy, and then he blocks him, he makes another account, he adds him again, snaps him again. Then the fact of the matter is this dude got out of his bed, wherever he was, literally went to this dude's front yard. After blocking him and everything, keep that in mind, after blocking him, snapped the picture and said, "Answer me, bitch." Right there, caption, right on his front yard. I'm like, just what? Like, see stuff like that, man. Stuff like that can really get you either killed, doing what that Sean kid did, or even worse and stuff like that. Like the dude literally brung him inside by his neck, punched him until he was knocked out cold till the police came. Like it could have got way worse for him, for that Sean kid. Like way worse. Like his dad could have been home. He could have told his dad. His dad could have just had a gun. As soon as he opened up the gun, boom. You know, like that's my dad could have. My dad be having a bunch of guns, and he can, just open up the gun, boom, dude's dead or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or he's injured or something like that. So I mean, just the whole map situation right now. Like I said, with the whole Bitmoji and things like that, that's like really, really, really bad in a sense for Snapchat, and they probably need to do something in the future about that, as far as like the see who can actually see you on the map, like not just whoever you have as friends, but like just certain friends you want to see you on the map. I mean, I barely snap like that anyway. My snap score probably like probably like 500 or something like that. The dude said his thing was like in 1,000. So, but it's I barely be snap here and there with certain things. But uh, I mean, like I said, I don't know. That's just a whole just weird scenario, man. But like I said, I'm about to just cut the video right there. Like I said, I haven't been on YouTube quite a minute. Like I was making my reactions weekly, like I said I was gonna do or whatever. But like I said, I had moved from the apartment we was living in to now we're living in a house and all that. So now hopefully I can start bringing the reactions like daily. And plus, like I said, oh, matter of fact, I have a new gaming vid, Call of Duty vid. I'm gonna leave that in the description box down below. But also as well, you should go to my channel and you should be able to just see that, my latest video besides this one I'm gonna upload. It's a Call of Duty vid. I'm gonna do like Call of Duty video, especially with the new one coming out, the World War on November 3rd. I'm probably gonna reserve that joint and then just play other games too as well. Just whatever y'all, just because I'm on Xbox One, so just let me know if y'all just comment down below and just let me know, like, I want to see you react to this, or I want to see you play this and things like that. Top 5 crackers, like I say, 4th of July, man. I hope y'all having a good 4th of July, man. But it's been Incognito Ace, man. Like I say, man, just keep your stuff private. Make sure nobody knows where you at on that map on Snapchat, because you just seen in this video it can get really, really scary and really, really crazy in certain situations. These were like for like men, I believe, situation, but like for women, I know it can get like way, way worse. So like I say, just keep yourself private and all of that. But like something to end the video right there. Y'all have a good one. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Peace.